Right now, you're wasting the one resource you can never get back, your time. Every second you give to distractions, every moment you spend unfocused, is a moment lost forever. Time doesn't slow down, it doesn't wait. It keeps moving, whether you're using it wisely or wasting it. And that's why, if you want to change your life in the next 6 to 12 months, there's one thing you need to master: the power of relentless focus. No excuses, no half measures, just pure, undivided attention on what really matters. Step 1. Take control of your focus. Focus is a weapon. In a world designed to steal your attention, the greatest power you have is to choose what you concentrate on. We live in a time where focus has become a currency, and everyone is trying to cash in on yours. Social media, news, mindless entertainment, they are all designed to keep you engaged, to steal minutes and hours from your life. It's a battle for your mind, and most people don't even realize they've lost. Think about it. How many times have you found yourself scrolling mindlessly, not even aware of how much time you've wasted? Every second spent on distractions is a second you're not investing in your future, a second you'll never get back. Taking control of your focus starts with awareness. You have to become brutally honest with yourself. Ask, where is your attention going every day? Are you feeding your dreams, or are you feeding your distractions? Because whatever you feed grows. Focus on what matters, or your life will be consumed by things that don't. Step 2. Ruthlessly eliminate the unnecessary. Success isn't about adding more to your plate, it's about cutting away what's weighing you down. Most people think that to succeed, they need to keep adding more tasks, more goals, more responsibilities. But that's where they go wrong. It's not about doing everything, it's about doing the right things, the things that move the needle forward. Take a hard look at your life. What's holding you back? Bad habits, toxic people, mindless activities. These are weights you're carrying, and they're slowing you down. Ruthless elimination is what separates the successful from everyone else. Not everyone has the discipline to cut out what doesn't serve them. You have to let go of what's comfortable. Comfort is a trap. It keeps you in place while time moves on without you. This is where most people quit. They're too attached to what's familiar, too afraid to let it go. But you have to ask yourself, do you want comfort or do you want progress? Because you can't have both. Step 3. Choose one goal and obsess over it. The people who achieve greatness didn't do it by scattering their energy. They did it by focusing on one thing and becoming unstoppable at it. Here's the reality. Multitasking is a myth. You can't master 5 different things at once. When you try to chase too many goals, you end up catching none. The most successful people in the world are the ones who pick one thing, one goal, and pour everything they have into it. They don't just pursue it, they obsess over it. Your energy is like a laser. Scattered, it's weak, but when focused, it can cut through steel. Pick one goal, just one, and make it your obsession. Wake up with it, go to bed thinking about it, and let it consume your thoughts. Every decision you make, every action you take, should be in service of that goal. When you narrow your focus, you amplify your results. Step 4. Disappear from distractions. Sometimes, to grow, you need to disappear. Let me be clear, I'm not talking about vanishing from the world. I'm talking about cutting out everything that doesn't serve your vision. There are people, activities, and habits in your life right now that are stealing your focus, your energy. If you don't eliminate them, they'll keep dragging you down. Here's the truth. Growth happens in silence. It happens when you step away from the noise, from the constant distractions. When you disappear from the things that don't matter, you create space for the things that do. People won't get it. They'll ask why you're not around as much, why you're not answering every message or showing up to every event. But their approval doesn't matter. Your growth does. When you cut out the distractions, you'll find clarity. And in that clarity, you'll find breakthroughs. You don't need noise to succeed. You need focus, and sometimes that means disappearing from everything that doesn't push you forward. Step 5. The boring repetition of mastery. Mastery isn't glamorous, it's boring, repetitive, and unexciting, but it's in that repetition that greatness is built. Here's the secret no one talks about. Success isn't built in the moments of excitement. It's built in the quiet, mundane hours of repetition. The world celebrates the end result, but what they don't see is the hundreds of hours of practice, of grinding, of showing up when it's hard. Think about the greats, athletes, musicians, entrepreneurs. They didn't get there by chasing excitement. They got there by embracing the boring grind. The real work isn't glamorous, it's not always fun, but it's necessary. And the people who succeed are the ones who can show up, day after day, doing the same thing over and over until they get better, until mastery becomes second nature. Step 6. Accept the long road ahead. Stop thinking in days or weeks. Start thinking in years. We live in a culture obsessed with instant gratification. Everyone wants results now. Faster, easier, with minimal effort. But the truth? The things that truly matter in life, success, mastery, personal growth, don't come quickly. They take time, patience, and relentless effort. Most people fail because they want quick results. But here's the truth. Real success takes time. It's not about the quick wins, it's about building something that lasts. And that takes years, not weeks. Every shortcut you take isn't a step forward, it's a step backward. Shortcuts promise speed, but what they really deliver is shallow, temporary success. And temporary success doesn't stand the test of time. The road to success is long, but it's the only road worth taking. If you're serious about achieving something great, you need to embrace the long road. Understand that each step, no matter how small, gets you closer. Progress doesn't happen in leaps, it happens in inches, through the consistent effort you put in, day after day. Think of success as a marathon, not a sprint. The ones who keep running, no matter how slow, are the ones who finish. You'll get tired, you'll want to quit, but that's when the real winners keep going. It's not about who starts the fastest, it's about who finishes strong. You have to be willing to outlast the competition, to endure when others give up. It's not glamorous, but it's the only way. Success isn't for the impatient, it's for the relentless. Patience is a rare quality in a world that celebrates speed, but those who are patient, those who are relentless, are the ones who achieve real, lasting success. So here's the real question. Are you ready to take control? This isn't a choice you make once, it's a choice you make every single day. Are you ready to eliminate the distractions, to focus on one goal, and give it everything you've got? Because if you are, I promise you, 6 to 12 months from now, you'll look back and see a version of yourself you never thought possible. The road ahead won't be easy, but nothing worth having ever is. You're gonna face challenges. There will be days when you doubt yourself, when everything feels like it's falling apart, but those are the days that define you. Those are the moments when you choose whether you give up or push forward. The life you want is on the other side of relentless focus and discipline. Transformation doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you choose it, when you commit to it, when you fight for it. The question is, will you fight for your future, or will you settle for distractions? So what's it going to be? Distraction or transformation? The choice is yours, and that choice will define the rest of your life.